right, welcome back into the channel and welcome in for another video. Today we are going to be talking about the Philadelphia Eagles running back room, more specifically the RB2 spot, and why I think Will Shipley may have already taken over that spot from Kenny Gainwell or may be on the path to do so. Before we hop into that, as a reminder, for all your Eagles news, coverage, rumors, game reactions, game recaps, etc., make sure you hit that subscribe button to the Eagles Syndicate YouTube channel. Now let's talk about Will Shipley and just kind of the Eagles in general for a second. From what I've heard, the training camp has been a huge success for the offense so far. Last night was the team's first open to the fans practice, and they killed it, right? Jalen Hurts, I could have made another video today just on how good Jalen Hurts has been performing at camp. He probably had his best day to date last night in the open practice to fans. But if you want to see some Jalen Hurts for MVP propaganda, go check out yesterday's video on the channel. Today, as I mentioned, I want to talk about Will Shipley and why I actually think this team may be positioning him to be the running back to be the red zone guy, hand in hand, of course, with Saquon Barkley. Because let's get this out the way. No matter what, when healthy, Saquon Barkley is going to be the running back one workhorse of this team. And even if Saquon were to miss some time, I don't think it would be just one guy. I think regardless of if it's Gainwell then Shipley or Shipley then Gainwell, we would see a combination of both guys. However, when Barkley is healthy, there needs to be a breather back. There needs to be a secondary back that gets some playing time. And I think Will Shipley may be putting himself in the spot to be that guy. So coming out of college, Will Shipley did not have this, workhorse label, 3-down running back. Not a lot of running backs in the modern NFL do, but Shipley did not fall into the Bijan Robinson class, the Jonathan Brooks type for this draft class. He was more of a versatile, tool back, right? In 2023 at Clemson, he had 1,071 yards all purpose, 7 touchdowns on 12 games played. And in 2022, he had 1,424 yards and 14 touchdowns playing 14 games. So obviously we see there that Will Shipley can be a very productive back in the right situation. Clemson was better in 22 than they were in 23. Shipley's numbers seem to follow there, with the Eagles offense seemingly being on pace, in my opinion, to be a top 10 in the NFL. I think Will Shipley could have some big moments, some really good, solid, whether it's drives, possessions, plays, etc., for the Eagles this season. Now, coming into camp, we weren't really sure how featured Shipley would be, because obviously we knew big dog Saquon Barkley. That's the RB1 on this running back food chain. But who was RB2? Is it going to be Kenny Gainwell? Is it going to be Will Shipley? Is the team going to bring in a veteran running back to take that spot? There's reports that the Panthers might cut Miles Sanders. The Eagles bring Miles Sanders back and pair him up with Saquon Barkley, and a little throwback to that Penn State backfield. We didn't know where this, situation was headed, but an opportunity did arise. Saquon Barkley, for whatever reason, had to miss a practice last week. It was a personal reason. It was excused, nothing against Barkley there, but it opened the door for us to kind of see what are the coaches thinking for this running back room. And Shipley got a ton of run with the first team offense. And he had 5 total touches while he was out there, the most of any player on the team, and that's per Elliott Shore-Parks. And 2 of those touches came in the passing game. Okay, so Barkley misses, and now Shipley getting some utilization with this team. They're willing to give him the ball on the ground. They're willing to give him the ball through the air. They want to see what he can do. And it's not to say that if Barkley were to miss time, Shipley would be the feature player on the offense. This was to see, this was a test. Is he going to fit with these guys? Let's give him the ball in bunches and see what he does with it. And from what I'm understanding, he did good. He wasn't ultra impressive. He didn't light the world on fire, but he did good. So now the Eagles, offense, certainly, seemingly can work with Shipley. And all throughout training camp, there's been an emphasis on the Eagles passing the ball to the running back. I've heard Saquon getting touches out the backfield through the passing game. I've heard Gainwell getting touches through the backfield in the passing game. I believe Gainwell had a nice little grab down the sideline at the open practice last night. So clearly, in this Kellen Moore offense, there is some level of emphasis on getting the ball to running backs in the passing game. Is that by design? Is that what this Fangio defense is giving up? We will see more so throughout the season on that level. However, it makes sense to have a guy like Shipley be involved, a guy who is a, multi-tool back, be involved if that's the case. Be involved in the red zone if that's the case. Will Shipley has the tool set to be, I don't want to say a third down back because you're not taking Saquon off on every third down, but a third down mold type back for this Eagles offense. So that brings us to yesterday's open field practice to the fans. What did Shipley do there? Well, he played with the second team. However, there was a stretch where he got the ball on 8 of 13 plays. Again, there is a huge emphasis on this coaching staff or just from this team to get Shipley involved, whether it's he's always open or it's let's scheme this guy the ball because he's that good. Either way, that is a good look for Will Shipley, the rookie running back out of Clemson. Personally, I've never been the biggest fan of Kenny Gainwell's game. I think Shipley could certainly overtake him just from a talent perspective, but this is a training camp battle to keep an eye on. Shipley is involved. This is a real battle, and I wanted you guys to know this. Again, do I believe Shipley is a workhorse back on any team? No. He's certainly not one on a team that has Saquon Barkley, but there is a high possibility that he leapfrogs Kenny Gainwell and becomes the breather back, or, however you want to call it, the RB2 back for this Eagles team. Gets touches in the red zone, gets in the end zone this year, has some nice receiving game utilization. Be prepared for Will Shipley to be featured on your screen in the Eagles 2024 season. But as always, guys, those are just my thoughts. What do you think about the Eagles running back room and situation? Who do you think will be the Eagles RB2 at the start of the year? And then who do you think it'll be at the end of the year? Be sure to let me know in the comment section. If you made it this far, leave a like on the video. Good for the algorithm. You know the deal. We're trying to grow this channel for the NFL season. Hit that subscribe button if you love the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. Catch you later.